tension relieved. Alright, so right now I have this filed with a 3/16 file, and this is a 7/32. This is what Buchan recommends. It is too big at the moment, but we're going to fix that. See how that cuts. Wow, these velour files cut really quick. Yeah, I can see why Buchan likes that. It just makes a more upright gullet. I noticed with the 3/16 that it gets hooky after a couple of files. Yep, I like that. I like that. It's cutting pretty good. Well, not terrible for the first cut. You can see I was wondering a little bit there, but definitely not terrible. All right, guys, I think that's about what I'm gonna go shoot for. I'm gonna quarter saw this first. So I'll saw it in half again. And then as far as I can tell, that's my best arrangements for grain orientation. You can see here, this is going at sort of a 45. This one as well. This one's probably the best I can get, where it's straight up here and then it twists down here. And I'm trying to make them about 3-inch billets, because by the time I plane them down and get them squared up, it'll be more like 3 1/4, 3 1/2, and that'll allow me to make anything I want. You can see how much wasted wood you have, though, when you're aiming for grain orientation. That's the problem. It'll be a little easier to see the chalk line, I think. That's better. So you can see what we got. Little rough. I was looking online and they suggested that you just work your way in and rock back and forth. But I find that when I do that, I start to make a new curve. What worked best for me is just make one shallow cut all the way across and then do it again. I'm going to keep playing with different practices, and no matter, because I'm going to run them through the planer anyway. There's quartered. Not a cloud in the sky. Just the way I like it. Beauty day to be doing this. About 50 degrees. Blue skies. And so far, so good for my first go. This is going pretty good. I think you guys can see this piece came out pretty even. And I wasn't sure how else to do that, but cut that on a slight angle. And you got to kind of lock that saw in with your elbows. And now I got that cut off. I'll try to make this cut next, I think. And then this I can take off with the planer, and I'll have to cut that. A lot of work, man. Definitely worth having some kind of mill. Hopefully the Alaskan chainsaw mill makes this a lot easier. Though it looks like the Alaskan chainsaw mill is better set up for making boards. That's the trouble with quarter saw and stuff. You're always dealing with, yes, once you get a quarter saw and you have a flat edge to set it down, but that doesn't work for grain orientation. So you just have to, cut off all these scraps. There's just a lot of wasted wood involved in the process, no matter how you do it. That's why premium handles are so expensive. This is the only kind of nozzle that I've found that I actually like. Otherwise, I'd rather not have one. A lot of this is just by eye, guys. I don't have any true flat side at the moment. All right, that's it. That's a billet right there. But you could leave that right there and make an axe billet right out of that. You wouldn't have to do anything more. You could trace your handle on that and start hacking away with a hatchet. No problemo. I don't want to go too deep yet, I don't think. No, this is not good for your axes, neither the head nor the pole. Elm is very fibrous, very stringy. You can see it pull right back together when I took that wedge out. One side, this is not too bad. I'm happy with that. That's a nice one. Grain curves in there a little bit, but if I try to stay on the outside, I think I'll be all right. And this guy, I think I can still do something with that. This is probably one of the nicer ones. Heartwood in there. Yeah, we'll see. I think there's something in there. I'm going to clean them up tomorrow on the planer. This is probably my nicest piece. That or this. This is probably the nicest grain. Fun fact, I learned this during COVID because shellac went from about $50 a gallon to $80. And I asked my Sherwin-Williams dealer why that was. And he said Zinsser / Rust-Oleum owns this island where this beetle dung, which is essential to the shellac. So basically this key component in shellac is beetle shit, or these beetle carcasses that they grind up. I think it's actually the shit. I don't have any idea what it does, but it is essential to true shellac. If you see synthetic shellac, that's why, because they can't have access to the beetle. And Zinsser owns this island, and they couldn't get to the island because of COVID lockdown. It's crazy, right? So now shellac is still pretty expensive. It's coming down some, but beetle shit, who would have thunk it?